All right, welcome back, everybody. Um, we're back here playing Memoirs of a Brothel. Last episode we left off with the introduction, just now getting to the St. Wilfred Field Hall, which we're facilitating for. Currently in our room, just had our first night. A visit from one of our four. Now, just up to today, go ahead and continue, see what's going on. I'll check out what Diana's got for us. Before I go though, if you come over here to, right, am I correct? Later on, we'll revisit this computer. Very important overall gameplay game. So, we just got our first main mission, basically, the Mercantile freeze, St. Gorfu, where can't make any money. Most other businesses around the area can't make money. So, us being the protagonist of this glorious story, it's up to us to go figure out how we can unfreeze, get some clients and money rolling back into our establishment here. Here's another one of our characters here, Windress. We didn't get to meet her in the last episode, but now we can talk to her. Alright, thanks to Windress, we got our first hint on direction on where we can go with this story. Side note, Windress is actually a relative to one of the main characters in the previous game by the creator of this game. I don't want to get into it too much because as we level up her trust and gets more comfortable, she'll tell us her story. But we'll speak more on that later on. But just as I said earlier, you will meet some characters that have some persistence in the games, especially when the creator makes his next game Vampire Syndicate. There'll be a lot of reoccurring characters this game going on into that one. Okay, but moving on, we'll go ahead and talk to some of the other people in here. Talk to Zafra. And with talking to her, we got our first side quest. Gotta make a stop at the body shop and get that package for her. Of course, got anything to say with us. Connection to the music changing machines. Right next to the little yellow colors off orange. Fucking late. It's early in the morning for my bed. The orange little gray machines right here is your in-game music. Only gripe is it doesn't really persist if you leave the hall and then come back in. I think I don't really mess around with it. Some questions. I think Dexter the yesterday. And we can mess around with that later. Go ahead and stay somewhat focused. As folks we can in the brothel. Oh, we can't help. Alright. Change. This is sounds pretty. Yeah, we'll rock with it. Alright. Alright. These guys, the thug looking guys, these are members of the Iron Cartel, one of the major factions of this game. Be real with you, I don't really fuck with them too much because I'm not that much of a dick. But they are one of the ways they can help you lift this freeze going on. We may dabble with them a little bit. Throughout this playthrough, you'll see me dabbling in multiple sides of factions for max benefit. Depending on how you play the game and you know certain story breaks, you'll be able to get more rewards than just going straight through one and then jump to the next one and so on and so forth. Got you looking dude back here. This is the character Windress was talking about. Skull. Give us more information on what's going on with this freeze. He is a member of the Old Watch, another major faction in this game who we can gain some reputation with. But first things first, let's go ahead and grab that package for good old Zafra. We'll go into the body shop here. Pick up Zafra's package. What do we have here? Quick save. We'll get talk to Kaywin. Kaywin approximate. Not the biggest fan of the last name, but overall she's a sweet girl. Here we got some stack check. Before we proceed with that. Oh, I ain't level on my technology. Okay. Always go with that. Now, depending on your choices, you do get a special scene with her early on. You have certain stats. I don't remember which one is top of the head. Find out. Ah, there you go, folks. Have a charisma stat of 3 minimum. You'll be able to get special scene with Caitlin. Wow, that was easy. Yeah, and just like that, he's back to working like normal. We'll have a lot more interactions with her later on. Here we have Boss Tanaka. But before we speak to him, move this package back to Zafra. Small side quest. Here you go, Zafra. Alright. So I trust with her a little bit. Go ahead and talk to you guys for a moment. Alright, that was a bust. So if you have a certain background, reputation, you can work with more him. Works hard. Work with him more on finding a solution. Ah, shit. Clicked too fast by accident. My bad, folks. I'm not paying you shit. Fuck that. Pretty much find out for free what's going on. Talking Bill Skull here. Yeah, so he's basically just telling you, grab the police officer up here, 50 grids, which you should have starting out the game. You can't really buy anything. The game kind of gives it to you, but give him about 50 grids, he'll tell you what's going on. Or have these skills, come to the body shop, someone find out for free. Alright, so if you come to this keypad and have a high enough hacking technology stat, let's see we can get rid of them. Ah, shit. Never mind, stand corrected. Have to progress a little bit more before that. Let's go ahead and talk to some of the other NPCs we have around here. Her being one of them. Before we talk to her, go ahead and explore the shops we have. I always advise everybody come to a gun shop right after they get out of the brothel and talk to her, because you talk her into giving you a discount. So we'll be able to find the place that yields much better weapons later on than what she can provide, but still, it doesn't hurt to have it. Alright, moving on. The other guy doesn't have much to say, so I don't bother talking to him. Talk to good old Doc. Alright, you don't have much to say at this point. But we will leave. I believe there's 2 more NPC shops that open up later on, which being these 2 buildings. But there's not much we can do right now this early in the game. This is still somewhat like prologue to me in a way. Alright, I'll put another quick save. And we'll talk to her. Sadly, I don't have enough reputation, but if you manage, depending on your character creation, get 3 moons reputation to 3 right off the bat, and then you can talk to her, and she'll give you a hint on how you can go and lift the Mercantile freeze. But sadly, I don't have it. That is one option. Alright, and he's a second option if you have Iron Cartel reputation. He'll help you out with that. But me making some somewhat bad character design judgments, at least for this easy early game part, I'm gonna have to end up paying this guy the 50, which we can get back easy, so it's not really that big a deal. Alright, so now we know why constables are enforcing this Mercantile freeze. They're looking or the source of the Narsum. Let's go ahead and return back to Skull, let him know what's going on. And of course, him being a member of Overwatch, like the freaking Batman group, this freaking game. He already knew the answer, had me going a wild goose chase. Sadly, I don't have a high enough standing with them. He wants us to go to Butch, which is the Iron Cartel guy, top right corner, just by the brothel, and slip a bug on him. You know, our options are kind of few at the moment. We're gonna go ahead and follow along with that plan. Since charisma is the only thing I have at this moment, go ahead, fail. Mission complete. Go ahead and repair back to Skull. And we find out Boss Tanaka is the one sourcing the Narsum. And now we have +2 reputation. So with the information we have, we know Tanaka is the plug, quote unquote, for the Narsum drugs going into the city. And do another quick little save here. Alright. I think we may be able to talk to K1 about this. That's another stat check. He definitely turned you into an accomplice, installing hidden compartments for drugs. I believe you. Oh yeah, you're looking for him. I'll bet you don't get paid shit for all this. I won't hurt him. And with that, she gives us the key code for his basement, which we can go in here and punch in. Or alternatively, if you already have the technology skill level 2, you just hack it and break it without having to go through that dialogue check with game. Since we know it, 0, 4, 5, 5. Doors unlocked. I recommend you make a save. Alright. Oh, you are some smuggler. Oh, what? I believe you. Now we have a choice to either turn him in, gets a boost in fax ring with the constables, aka the board, like the mega corpse of Memoirs, or we can give him the tip to get out of town, or kill him, take all his stuff. Honestly, I've never done this option, so I don't know what you get as a reward. One option is I always do is you pay me, I'll let you go. Money early on in the game is very important. Eat money, invest in stuff, aka your brothel, make more money in the future. And we'll get more into that later. So we're gonna go with option B. Pay me and I'll let you. And if you don't, I'll just kill you. So if you follow this route, you get this far, always ask for double. And now we get 2,000 credit. Gain some board reputation. Now with that, the freeze is officially over. Now we can head back to the brothel and let Diana know the good news. Alright, say from Diana. Okay. I don't understand why she asked that. But with that, we've completed our first major objective. Oh, alright. If Diana says so. Alright, with that, we have a newest member to our guild, Kaywin, our mechanic / handywoman. Alright, you're still down. Go ahead and get some rest. Sleep. Alright, with that, it's just letting you know, like, hey, we can now add members to our party. As you see here, now we have the whole crew: Diana, Zafra, Windress, and Core. Each a main class to the game, with Diana being Shaper, Mage, Zafra being the Soldier, which is our Warrior, Windress is a Vigilante, which is our DPS class cannon, aka melee or range option. Core is our support, or White Mage, all you RPG players out there. But with that, we have completed the Mercantile freeze, opened up a way for us to continue our business. which we'll do in the next episode. Go ahead and cut it here. I don't want the episodes to get too far drawn out, cut off in weird places. But once again, thank you all for coming by and watching and join me on this journey. This is part 2, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Soundstripe.